Hey everybody, welcome back to my Slice of Heaven Outdoors. I'm Joey, and today I'm going to talk about part 2 of my commute tag. As you all know, part 1 was me talking about my work commute, which to me is not much of a commute. And today we're going to talk about our commute to our property and why we chose that area and stuff like that. So I hope you stick around and listen to my reasons why we chose to pick a property that was 3.5 hours away from us. I'm going to start from the beginning. When my wife and I were first looking for property, we were actually looking towards the east of Missouri because I'm originally from Maryland and had all my family in Maryland. My mom, my sisters, my cousins, aunts, and uncles. I grew up around them all my life for 40 some years. So when I moved to Missouri, it was a pretty big change for me, a pretty big move, because like I said, all my family's in Maryland. So our plan was to move or to find property about 8 hours east so that the commute to my family would be a lot closer. Possibly get there to see them more often. So we were originally thinking East Ohio, East Kentucky, maybe Western West Virginia, Western Virginia. We knew we wanted mountain area. But then we started talking about it, and if we bought a property 8 to 10 hours away, how often would we get there to enjoy our property and do things on it? So then we decided to come back this way a little closer east, within 6 hours. So then we was looking for like Central Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee area. And again, we just started thinking, why those areas? It's most likely when our kids are out of school, they're going to be going to colleges around Missouri, most likely. So then we decided to go ahead and just look in Missouri, northern Arkansas, and parts of Tennessee. But all the property we kept finding, we kept just coming back to Missouri. And well, the area that we chose was due because of our honeymoon. When we got married, we did a camping honeymoon to a place called River of Life Farm, I believe that's what it was called. Don't tell the wife I forgot the name. And the reason we chose this place was because in their advertisement, they were advertising they had the darkest skies in Missouri, which was great for like stargazing and stuff. And that was one of the reasons we chose to camp at this campground. And that ad did not disappoint. I mean, it was so dark there. The millions and millions of stars in the sky each night. We could see countless shooting stars every night. But we kind of just fell in love with the area. We saw bald eagles every morning. So we started doing our search towards southwestern Missouri, specifically in a town called Dora, because that's where the campground was we stayed at. Well, let me tell you, the people in Dora must know they got a good thing, because there is hardly no acreage for sale in Dora. nothing for the size we was looking for. We knew we wanted 75 acres or more. So we widened our search to around Dora and surrounding towns and counties, and we started focusing on southwest Missouri. Well, actually, we didn't just focus on that, but that was our main concern. Main area was southwest Missouri. So we looked at a couple different properties, but that's neither here or there. Going back to the commute. So we decided to stay under 6 hours or less travel time. We figured 6 hours or less travel time we would get to the property more and be able to enjoy it more. And kids get out of school at 3 o'clock on a Friday, we could pack up and leave and still be there at a reasonable time on Friday night. So we knew we wanted to be far enough away from the city not to have their city pollution or their traffic. Have the light pollution, I meant to say, not city pollution, the lights from the city. Where the property we chose is not really mountainous. We was originally wanting mountains, but then we started thinking about, well, when we get older, we still want to be able to enjoy our property. So we started thinking, well, maybe we'll go more toward rolling hills and stuff like that. Our property we have now is a little bit more than rolling hills. It's pretty steep in some areas, but it's what we wanted. Like I said, it takes us about 3.5 hours to get there, which is also a good thing because you can make a round trip. If you fill your gas tank all the way up, I can make a round trip with one tank of gas. And that's good too. It's not a cost issue. It doesn't cost us a whole lot of money to get there and back. Yeah, so I mean that's the reasons why we chose that area and that property. That was a big part of it was because of the commute. We wanted to be able to enjoy our property as much as possible. Now once we're there, our commute to the nearest town is about 12 miles. Well, the nearest town to do any shopping. The town where our property, the town outside of where our property is pretty much all closed down, which was another thing we liked about that and we didn't like about it. We liked that the fact that there's not a whole lot of people in that town. There's only 465 population in that town. They have a gas station with a little restaurant inside of it. There's also a post office. There's also a pizza place / ice cream parlor. And there's 2 butcher shops because it's a lot of cow farming around our property. But like I was saying, so the nearest town to do any shopping, there's a Walmart at the nearest town. There's a lot of little restaurants and stuff like that. It's about 12 miles away. And we're figuring once we move to the property, we're hoping to only have to go to that town once a month to do any grocery shopping. We plan on doing a month's worth of shopping at one time. We do plan on having gardens. We plan on having an orchard. So we're hoping that our gardening will give us enough vegetables and stuff in the spring and summer. Chris wants to learn how to can foods and stuff like that. So yeah, we're planning on just having our commute like I said, to do any grocery shopping once a month. I mean, that's basically it. As far as my commute goes to and from the property, that's the reasons why we chose that property. And it's only about, it's less than an hour from the original town of Dora where we were looking at, where we was really hoping to get property at. It's less than an hour from there, so it's all good. And I've already seen the sky on our property. Man, it's awesome. It is so dark there. It's just millions of stars each night. Shooting star. We counted, Chris and I counted 8 shooting stars one night just laying out in the hammock. So, well, guys, I know I kind of jump all over the place when I'm talking like this, but that's why we chose that place, and that's how our commute is planning on going. And we chose that place because when we retire, and even now when we're camping and enjoying the property, we just want to get away from everything, and it'd be nice and quiet and peaceful. And I think that's why a lot of people choose their commute. They want to commute because they want to get away from the city and the traffic and the noise. They want to get out and hear the birds chirp and the turkeys gobble. So I'm going to tag 3 people to tell us about their commute to and from their homestead, or if they're already on their homestead or property, tell us about their commute, what they got to go through to get to the store, and whatever they got to commute for, and why they do it. And is it worth it? Yes, it is. I think it's very well worth it. 3 channels I'm going to tag. I am going to tag Bill from Little White Dory. Alright, and also Bill over at Little White Dory, let us know about your commute to and from your homestead or property. Let us know about that commute to that new property you just purchased. Are you going to have a commute to get back and forth to move, or once you're there, how's your commute to the nearest stores or whatever? Channel number 2 I'd like to tag would be Hunt Shack Wilderness Experience. Paul lives way up there in remote parts of Canada. Paul, tell us a little bit about your commute. What you got to go through to get to the store, do some grocery shopping, or go to work or whatever. And the third channel I'd like to tag for this tag would be Off Grid Bound. I know they're striving to live the life off grid. They got a lot of work going on over there at that channel. If you've never checked them out, be sure to head on over there. I'll leave a link in the description. These channels have no idea that I'm tagging them, so if you're over there, maybe you can mention it. They'll come over and check it out and do a reply on these tags. But yeah, the third channel will be Off Grid Bound. Tell us about your commute to and from work from your homestead, or to the stores or whatever. How far of a commute do you have? And yeah, we'd love to hear it. Well, thanks everybody for sticking around and watching this video. I do appreciate it. You all have a great day.